Is it possible that you start a business without any support? Is it possible to start with nothing?
Of course, it's possible, very possible to start a business without any support, and that's basically what I encourage young entrepreneurs to start with or to do. Because when you are about starting a business and you are looking out for so many support, at some point you may lose maybe your focus and you may not get the right result that you are likely going to get because you'll be there chasing men. So,
Okay, now when it comes to starting a business, what is more important? Is it the money or the knowledge?
it's obvious, it's the knowledge that is important. Why am I saying knowledge? Knowledge is so critical in terms of starting a business, because when you are well knowledgeable in a particular thing or in a particular trade, for instance, it gives you the room for you to be innovative in that particular field.
So what you're saying is that if I want to start a business and I know the kind of supports I need, that I don't have to wait until I have all the supports.
Absolutely.
I can just go ahead.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Groom to Grow project. My name is Hanson Pepple. I'll be your host for today. We started this project to help business owners and startup entrepreneurs to get valuable information on how to grow their businesses and become profitable in the long term. With me here in the studio is a very good friend, an entrepreneur, and one that has achieved results in the area of real estate, and is here with me. Please join me to welcome Dr. Tammy
Thank you very
Lekara.
much. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
I want us to, talk about starting a business. Is it possible that you start a business without any support? Is it possible to start with nothing?
Of course, it's possible, very possible to start a business without any support, and that's basically what I encourage young entrepreneurs to start with or to do. Because when you are about starting a business and you are looking out for so many support, at some point you may lose maybe your focus and you may not get the right result that you are likely going to get because you'll be there chasing men. So I read an article some time ago, and it speaks about how some immigrants actually went into the United States of America, and they had little money, they weren't having any good education, and even the educational background too was nothing to write home about. And the research actually showed that with time these people were able to overcome some of these obstacles and grew to a point that they became leaders in their respective field, in their respective industries. One thing we call success in anything you are doing, it actually is dependent on the perception, how your mindset concerning that very particular thing. And so it's very possible to start a business, to start anything without any support. So what will make you successful in that particular thing is your mindset. What are you thinking about? What is your basis of starting that thing? That's basically how.
Wow. So what you're saying is that if I want to start a business and I know the kind of supports I need, that I don't have to wait until I have all the supports.
Absolutely.
I can just go ahead.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, now when it comes to starting a business, what is more important? Is it the money or the knowledge?
It's obvious, it's the knowledge that is important. Why am I saying knowledge? Knowledge is so critical in terms of starting a business, because when you are well knowledgeable in a particular thing or in a particular trade, for instance, it gives you the room for you to be innovative in that particular field. So if you are not knowledgeable, you see that you will be struggling in certain area, because when people say they want to start business, you need to be grounded in that particular business. That's why I even prefer our Igbo brothers. When you see a young person that has not even started or has not gone to school, will just go and stay with one of his elderly one, and from there he will start learning the trade. And so what is the person trying to achieve is gaining knowledge and skill in that particular line of business. So that particular young man, if you maybe at the end of the tenure or the stipulated time, if you hand him over some amount of money and ask him to go and start his own, you see that because he has gotten vast experience and knowledge in that particular line of business, he will be able to do well. So when someone is going to or venturing into a business and you are not knowledgeable in that business, you see that you will struggle. and that innovative ideas will not come for you to scale up that business to the level that it can actually be, sustainable. So knowledge is very key when it comes to starting a business, not necessarily money.
Okay, now there are people who say that they haven't done the business, all right?
Okay.
But they say that, okay, they know what they want to do.
Okay.
They say they know what they want to do, all right?
Yes.
But they haven't really done it.
Okay.
Do you think that such knowledge, a knowledge that you have without any background, any experience, do you think such knowledge can help you have a sustainable or profitable startup?
Okay, it all depends, because to me, I see that as just mere passion.
Okay.
Yeah, passion.
Okay.
So passion, to some extent, can make you succeed, but it cannot sustain that business.
Wow.
So, for instance, I will tell you a thing that happened to me rather. So, I wanted to start a business. In fact, it was my second business. When I was growing, I started a laundry business. So, in that business, I have this passion for good clothing and wear iron shirt and stuff like that. But I noticed that while planning and preparing for that business, I knew that I didn't have the required skill for that business. So what did I do? I had to go get a practical knowledge in that field, in that area of business, and I had to go pay for apprenticeship for someone that is already doing the business, someone that I could just work from my house and move to the person's shop and ensure that I learn everything about that particular business. So it's that kind of business of maybe head knowledge. Okay, you love this kind of business, you are passionate about this, cannot really make you succeed in a business, because when challenges come, that passion that you have will turn to something else. So I think the practical knowledge is what is applicable in running a business successful. Even the financial institution, they don't give you money based on just anyhow. If they want to support you, they support you based on the business you are experienced in.
Thank you so much. But you mentioned that you paid money to get the knowledge.
Yes.
The question I asked you was, is it knowledge first or money first? Now you needed knowledge, but money came in somehow.
Okay.
All right. But the next question I want to ask is,
all right,
in case somebody does not have money to pay, like you did, and get the knowledge, are there ways someone can still get knowledge without spending money?
Sure.
Please, can you educate us?
You can volunteer.
Oh,
okay. You run a company, an IT company. So if I have someone that is having that ambition to build an IT company, nothing stops the person from coming to you and said, okay, I want to volunteer, I want to learn this skill, I want to serve you. Mentorship comes in. So, but what happens, or what is playing out generally now, is that people don't want to submit to that level of coming to serve to gain knowledge. They prefer serving to get money. Do you understand? Which is quite an aberration. So, but when someone is actually planning to grow, you see that you can sacrifice that time for the knowledge that you want to get. And that knowledge, I tell people, if you are knowledgeable, you will grow your capacity. And sometimes in business, capacity also matters, because that knowledge will make you grow capacity, will make you to be confident in what you are doing. So when people are struggling, maybe they are not sure of what they are doing, I see that they are not knowledgeable enough in that particular thing. So even their confidence level is zero. So they can't even scale up anything they are doing. So they are just doing on the average.
So you said a lot about getting skills in starting a business, or if you're already in a business. Now, sir, can you tell us what is your number one recommendation for the skill that every business owner should have?
Okay, thank you very much. So for a startup, an entrepreneur starting up business, I think the most important skill, that out of every other skill that can help a person grow in business, the most important one that I usually recommend that you hold very well is selling. The skill of selling. You should be able to sell your product anytime, any day, to anybody. That's the most important one, because of what use will a product be without selling it?
Very much. It's been a very lovely, wonderful day with Tammy Lekara. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coming.
My pleasure having me here.
Thank you so much.
I'm grateful to be here.